Alright, so we have, in this video we will do a rundown of the major indices that we've been tracking, namely the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the Euro Stoxx 50, S&P 500, the Ftse 100 of England, and our very own Philippine Stock Exchange. Alright, so let's start with the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Last September 28, it closed at 27,173.96. No, make that September 25. That's last Friday, a week ago. And now it moved up to October 3, 27,682.01, or up 1.87% in just a week. Alright. Looking at RSI, it's on the neutral zone at 51. We have a recent crossover in the MACD, and still in the bearish region though, but it's attempting to rise above zero level and be in the bullish region. Still, if you look at ADX, it somehow agrees to that, with the sellers outnumbering the buyers, but the trend line is a bit low at 17, so that means we are ranging at this point. Look at the moving average. The long term is below the medium term, and the price is above it. But if you look at the 25-day average, it's somehow above the price, so in the short term it would be still bearish, and that's also confirmed with a red bearish candle last Friday. So what do we have in mind for the Dow Jones? The Bollinger Bands seems to be also unsure. The price is just in the middle of the Bollinger Bands, but it came from a run up following the touching of the lower band of the Bollinger last September 23. After that bearish red candle, it was followed by two bullish candles, and the price has since gone up. As we have said, it's now up 1.87% since that time. So we are in uncertain territory. 50% would say, it will still go up this week. But then if you look at the long-term average, we are not sure, because it's ranging at this point in time, with the sellers still outnumbering the buyers. So I'm a little worried about the last candle last Friday. It was green, but it opened lower that day, and it closed higher at it closed higher than the previous day, but it closed higher than the opening. But if you look at the previous day, it was still down at 0.48% from the previous day. So it's mixed, I would say. And although the short-term direction would be to go up, still we are being overturned by recent news, and also the strength of the market is not so defined at this point in time. So I would say that the Dow Jones Industrial will move down, or sideways, and then move down. It will finally resolve its direction once the trend line is confirmed, because right now it's still the ranging position. So if you're trying to come into the Dow Jones Industrial, then maybe now it's the best time, because it's still ranging at this point in time. Look at the 6-month view, look at the year-to-date view, the 1-year view. Alright, and the 5-year view. I think in the 5-year view, it would still appear to be marching with a long-term channel which is going up, and you would see that this downturn starting from March would be just just a little hiccup of the market trying to still move up. Yes. So as you proceed looking at it from a longer term perspective, then you realize that the market really goes up in the long run. However, right now we are still trying to get out of this situation. Alright, so that's Dow Jones for you. Now we will inspect the ISEQ 20. We've also included the ISEQ 20 here, which is the Irish Irish index. So ISEQ 20, I don't have data here. ISEQ 20 was down 2 points last Friday, down 0.18%. This is last Friday. Previous Friday it was at 1109.42. So it's now up 13 points, about 1%, I would say. Yeah. All right. Now the RSI is also at 52, which is neutral. MACD is positive, and crossover happened around, yeah, maybe around Friday. But still we have the, yes, a bit higher than the signal line. Although if you look at the MAC of the ADX, you will see that the sellers still outnumber the buyers 33 to 22, but the ADX line is at 16, which means it's still in a ranging position. There's no confirmed trend, and right now the market is still trying to figure out by itself where it's going. So yeah, but if you look at the Bollinger, the price came from the lower band of the Bollinger. Yeah, as it briefly touches or almost touches the lower band of the Bollinger, but it did not really pierce through the lower band. So whatever this direction is right now, this is not so strong a trend. So we still don't know what's going on here. With no clear news, it is bound to correct. And although right now it seems that the market is on its way up, yeah, but yes, we're not really quite sure about the next couple of days. So what would be the direction of the ISEQ 20? Anyway, let's wait and see. Okay, let's look at the Euro stocks. The Euro stocks 50 is the index of Europe, and it closed last September 2025 at 27,173 point, 3137.06, yes, and now it's at 3190.93. Last Friday it went down 3.16 points or 0.10%, and week to week it is now up 1.72%. Yes. If you look at the RSI, it's 43, so it's neutral, but it's nearer to the oversold than it is to the overbought. And for MACD, it's still negative, still bearish, and ADX is also bearish. And the trend line is strong, so we have 20 as a trend line, which is strong. So we have a strong bearish signal in the long term, while yes, all the moving averages are above the price, so Euro Stoxx is still not out of the bearish region yet. So what will happen? This is like a breakout or something, so it will continue to go down. The major, I would say, the direction of the market is really on its way down. Okay, so we go now to the Ftse 100 of England, and Ftse 100 of England closed to 5842.70 last September 25. Yes, this is the one, and it's now up 1.01% to what we have right now, last Friday, which is 5902.10 or 0.12. All right. So looking at RSI, it's 47. Again, neutral region. MACD still bearish, and also the same goes with the ADX, with the sellers outnumbering the buyers. But if you look at the trend line, it's 13, so we are in a ranging position. It's bearish, and all the trend lines point down. So that will be the next couple of days for Ftse. It's still down. Okay, now we have a new addition to the family of indices that we are tracking, and this is the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is the broader all shares, in a way, broader stocks range. So it's not really all share, but some 500 stocks from the US. I chose to analyze this and focus on the S&P 500 because more people are invested in the stocks that are here. So S&P 500 close to 3,348.44, down 32.36 or 0.96% last Friday. Yes. And if you look at the moving averages, it's slightly below the price range, so it's in a bullish position, at least in the short term, with the RSI at 50, which is a neutral 50 zone, but MACD still not out of the bearish position. We are still down, and although the MACD is above the signal line, 9.58 versus 12.41. Yes, ADX still points to bearishness, the sellers outnumbering the buyers. But if you look at the trend line, it's still not convincing. It's 20 right now, so it's just starting to be in a trending position. Okay, so lastly, we have our very own Philippine Stock Exchange Index, the 30 stock index of our very own PSEI. Right, so if you look at the trend line, look at the 200-day average, 6350, and look at the 75-day average, which is at 6025.77, and the 50 average is about 5944. So we are above the shortest term moving average, but we're still below the intermediate and the long term. So this is really bearish in the long term and the intermediate term, and somehow bullish in the short term. So 57 RSI, it's still within the normal range for a neutral zone. If you look at the MACD, we have the MACD above the signal line, but very slightly there. Okay, so we have a recent crossover happening this week. So maybe this is a start of a march up for PSEI. Now, if you will look at the ADX line, we have the buyers outnumbering the sellers, and this happened, the crossover happened sometime this week in October 1. But if you will look at the trend line, the ADX trend line it's at 15, which means the market position now is just in a ranging position. So we don't have much forecast here, because we know that in a ranging position we are in a wait and see attitude. So what do? We hang on to what we have, the stocks that we have, but take a look at certain issues or stocks that may have gone down faster than the rest. So yeah, so that's where we are right now. Yes. So PSEI, by the way, is up 2.75% this week. So we have a major push up for the PSEI. Look at the green candle. And now almost touching the upper band of the Bollinger. But if you look at the Bollinger, it is narrowing. So we still don't know what will happen to the market. And since we are a small player in the market, in PSEI, we may experience some major, swings, especially when hot money comes in or hot money goes out. So those are the risk in the Philippine stock market. Alright, so that's it. Thank you very much for listening. This has been George of Dream Channel TV. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, ring the notification bell, so every time we come up with a new video, you are more or less, informed. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye, and have a nice weekend ahead of you. Good luck on all your trades. Bye.